Hi, this is Darwin Deez, and I'm going to do an interview for TENEMENT TV now. The debut record came out 3 years ago, 2010. Now it is 2013, winter, early 2013. What have I been doing? Not much. Well, actually that's not true. We toured for a year and a half on the first record. Then after that, I moved to Asheville and spent about 9, maybe 12 months decompressing and composing the next record, recording the next record in my basement in a house in Asheville. So I left New York City and went to Asheville, taking walks around the block and slacking off and also just getting in touch with my feelings. You and I go shopping and fall asleep. On the first record, I wanted to define myself as an artist, so I chose a really limited palette of sounds, like a really specific guitar tone and like 1 or 2 drum machines, to use, and a very limited, array of tambourines and hand claps and just basic stuff that I could do on my own in my apartment. And I felt like that way I could kind of define myself as an artist very clearly and with confidence, and then also at the same time could show off my songwriting, and just by sort of factoring out everything else could focus on the lyrics and the melodies and the themes in the songs, and let those sort of shine, because they're all different from each other. And a lot of critics will say, oh, these songs all sound the same, and it's true from a production standpoint, but that was the intention, So since then, since sort of making that statement, I feel like I'm able to expand the production. So I did that on the second record and had a lot of fun doing that on the second record. So there's a song on the second record that's it sounds like an 80s song, like a Phil Collins song. And then there's a song that's just kind of like a space blues. And then there's just kind of sort of the Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of like a cross between that and the first record. There's definitely 1 foot on the first record and then 1 foot on just random different things, and then in the songwriting, the voice of the songwriting is still the same. It's still my voice, and it sounds like me, but it's sort of different. More variation is the way that it's expanded. Favorite song on the new record is right now it's kind of tied between "Good to Lose," which is a song that kind of describes. Celebrates just slacking off, which I did a lot of after working so hard and touring so hard for a year and a half, and that one and "You Can't Be My Girl," which I think is probably the slightly better one, and I'm really proud of the guitar solo, and all the sort of the textures and the sounds and the drum sounds, and I'm also really proud of the video. The video came out really well for that too. My favorite venue is the Black Cat in Washington, D.C. because they have plenty of staff and they serve food. They serve very good food. I always get the vegan lasagna, and I think it's the Foo Fighters' favorite venue as well. So, yeah, Black Cat. Did I really tweet about the Pope? Did I tweet about the Pope? What did I say? Well, what happened with the Pope? He quit, right? Okay, Pope quit. All right, fine. There comes a time in everyone's life. Someone else has to step up. Okay, so why me? Let me tell you why. I would be a dope Pope. Let me tell you why. All right, see the shape of this right here? That looks good, right? That's kind of like a mount, like a meniscus, Conehead. You ever see Coneheads? One of the better SNL movies, so I'm told. But yeah, I could rock the Pope thing, You remember that part in V for Vendetta when the Pope gets all freaky with Natalie Portman? I could get down, with that. Natalie Portman, holla at your boy. Here's my recommendations for new and old music. Old band, I'm gonna recommend Huey Lewis and the News, underrated 80s rock band. Blue Eyed Soul, very tuneful, very catchy, enjoyable pop music. I recommend their greatest hits. For new bands, Everything just dropped their sophomore record. I really like their debut, and I'm warming up to the new one still. So they're one of the more exciting new bands to me. They're also happen to be from the UK. I'm from America, for the record, from New York City, and yeah, I love Everything. Next on the itinerary for Darwin Deez is like shred solos, fast shred solos, Jimi Hendrix style, like, craziness. Taught myself how to do that last year in my downtime, and now I just can't wait to show off and share it. A little bit of cross-dressing maybe. Come to the shows. You'll see what it's really about. We'll be touring the UK and Europe in April and May. We play some festivals this summer. We'll be touring again this fall. We're touring and touring. We're gonna support this record and sell this record. Buy my snake oils.